This evening, CARICOM representatives discuss the direction of the region's fishing industry. Minister Karen Cummings lauds progress of capital works projects in Region 2. One family requests the public's help in finding their missing son. Minister of Communities asks Madia residents not to hinder road construction. In the region, in Brazil, President Michel Temer refuses to resign amidst corruption allegations. And internationally, in New York City, one person is left dead and 22 others injured after one man's rampage through Times Square.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Rival Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Headline News is now being streamed live on our YouTube channel. Join us. Agriculture ministers from across the Caribbean gathered today to discuss how best to develop the region's fishing industry. Friday marked the 11th meeting of the Caribbean Regional Fisheries Mechanism Ministerial Council, or CRFM. The CRFM is charged with giving technical advice to governments for shaping regional and global initiatives involving the fishing industry within the Caribbean region. Derwin Spence of Jamaica's Ministry of Agriculture explains the crucial role that the CRFM plays in policy forming.
In our efforts to achieve sustainable management and development of our capture and culture fisheries, we have established this noble mechanism, the Caribbean Regional Fisheries Mechanism. Through this mechanism, CARICOM has distinguished itself as the CRFM is recognized as one of the most active and dynamic regional fisheries body in this part of the world.
The Secretariat is funded by contributions from member states. Since its inception in 2002, its mission has evolved beyond merely managing fishing quotas and licensing to having to address the detrimental effects of global warming, ocean acidification, and overfishing. In this regard, Spence pushes the 17-member nations to pledge larger contributions to aid in resource mobilization.
We should assess the feasibility and cost benefit of establishing a dedicated unit and our staff to focus on resource mobilization.
The Caribbean region has a very fragile ecosystem. Often, the conversation focuses on environmental conservation over economic growth. While the member states appreciate the efforts, often the restrictions significantly stifle economic growth in the developing Caribbean nations. As such, Spence also encourages the CRFM to take an even more active role in regional and global policy formation.
We recognize the need to protect our fragile environment and our natural resources, but we believe in sustainable use, and we must balance development needs with conservation of our natural resources.
Minister of Agriculture Noel Holder was also in attendance and fully recognized the need for such a forum as this. In the face of many outside influences, forming beneficial regional and international legislation is vital for Guyana's fishing industry.
Our major trading partners are constantly modifying and evolving their legislation, which most times are increasingly likely to impact on regional fisheries and affect exports, revenue generation, and consequently our national economies. We must work with our fisherfolk and our processors to improve our ability to get fisheries products into international markets, while providing products of high quality for local consumers also.
Minister Holder also noted that the contribution of the fishing industry in Guyana cannot be ignored, as it consists of over 15,000 persons, creating 12% of Guyana's total agricultural output, harvesting over 42,000 metric tons and bringing in over $78 million in foreign currency annually. On Friday, 6 former members of the Guyana Rice Development Board were placed on $500,000 bail each after appearing in court. The 6 were jointly charged by the Special Organized Crime Unit for failing to make a proper entry into a register of a company. They appeared before Chief Magistrate Ann McLennan and were not required to plead to the indictable offense. The charges stem from the findings of an audit into the finances of the GRDB. Those charged are former GRDB head Madhululal Ricky Ramraj, former General Manager Jagnarine Singh, former GRDB board members Dharam Kumar Siraj, Badri Prasad, PPP parliamentarian Nigel Dharmalal, and former Deputy Permanent Finance Secretary of the Ministry of Agriculture, Prema Rupnarayan. The case is being prosecuted by Michael Summersall. Attorneys representing the persons charged include Anil Nandlal, Priya Manikchan, Sase Gunraj, and Glenn Hanneman. The case was adjourned to June 22, 2017. Minister within the Ministry of Health, Dr. Karen Cummings, recently visited Region 2's healthcare facilities. According to Minister Cummings, most of the capital projects outlined in the 2017 budget for her ministry has successfully commenced. Andrew Weeks reports.
During a visit to Region 2, as he quibbled with government operatives and other health professionals and RDC officials, Dr. Cummings said she is happy with the projects that is benefiting residents of Region 2 where health care is concerned.
Commencement after going through the tender process.
Well, what I've seen that in terms of the efficiency and the effectiveness of delivering public health care to this region. First, in some cases, we have our complement of staff. I recall going to Charity, I think it was in January, there were just 3 doctors there. Now we have double, 6. So we were trying to improve in terms of our human resources. In terms of our capital works, we're working assiduously on that. I know some works are going to start next week. You know, they're already being contracted out and so forth.
These capital expenditure works are for the Pamaroon-Supernam Regional Democratic Council of Region 2. Other capital works will get on the way after tender process is completed. Minister Cummings also visited Oscar Joseph District Hospital and was very pleased with the works there. The works, when completed, will benefit hundreds of patients. Doctor in charge of the hospital, Shanier Reed, gives an update.
We have the emergency, the accident and emergency building that was started. It's not complete, just the outside completed. The inside we still have to put in all the equipment and the oxygen banks and so on. We had the washrooms for the wards completed, and we have the labor room that was that's halfway as well because we have to put in the AC and the lights there.
The hospital mortuary went through restoration works last year. Other projects are expected to be done by year-end. There are a few minor issues affecting the healthcare works in the region, but will be corrected by the Public Health Ministry soon, says Minister Cummings.
There's some minor things, low-hanging fruits, as I said, like chairs and so on, that we can work very quickly to address. But all in all, I've seen improvement from some of the things I have met when I came in January. I've seen much improvement in terms of the infrastructure works here, and I'm happy for that.
Parliament approved $950 million to improve health services for Region 2. This will help especially persons in the riverine areas of the region as well as those along the coast. Andrew Weeks, Channel 2, Headline News.
Thanks, Andrew. Coming up on Headline News after the break. One local family requests the public's assistance in finding their son. And Minister of Communities asks Mahdia residents to avoid hindering road construction.
Sometimes there's just too much information to keep up with when you're pregnant. What you should and should not eat, what kind of exercise is right for you, how to handle mood changes, even how to determine when it's time for delivery.
Don't let your pregnancy be a burden. Watch The Baby Story on Safe TV Channel 2 every weekday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Now you can know all you need to know from conception to delivery when you watch The Baby Story on Safe TV Channel 2.
Guyana! Guyana!
The Central Housing and Planning Authority, under the patronage of the Government of Guyana, brings to you Housing Solutions 2017 and Beyond Expo, a model village of modern, stylish and affordable housing designs. Prospective homeowners, here is your opportunity to engage with the banking and other financial institutions as well as insurance companies to discuss available financing options. The public will experience and enjoy wholesome entertainment for the entire family and savor the flavor of local and foreign cuisine as well as beverages at the food court. So tell a family, tell a friend, and come visit Model Village. Housing Solutions 2017 and Beyond opens on Friday, May 26 at 15 hours and runs from May 27 to 29. Time 11 to 22 hours each day at the Perseverance Housing Development Site on the east bank of Demerara. Not too sure where that is? Just follow the Massey and Princess Hotel Road. This event is sponsored by Geico Construction, Guyana Bank for Trade and Industry, Republic Bank, Turganol, New Building Society, and Courts.
Expo, be there.
It's always fresh, tasty, enticing, and the best in town. Served hot from our experienced chefs. Come and enjoy our daily meals with a wide and delicious menu to choose from. Also a wide variety of pastries and dessert. We can also host your luncheons, cocktails, parties, and formal gathering. For reservation, call 225-1730, 225-0038, and delivery 225-0195 or 225-0159. The new thriving Chinese restaurant, 32 Main Street, Georgetown.
Guyana, get ready. It's the biggest album launch by a Guyanese artist. It's the launch of the album You by Saiku, featuring the hit songs Pillow Could Speak,
If my pillow could speak, it would tell you how I wish.
Mess to a Messenger,
From a miss to a messenger, Mama used to pray and to blessing her.
and the title track, You.
I need you, I need you,
20th Main National Park Tarmac.
Guest artists Kevin Downswell, Ada Boafo, Prodigal Son, Anil Aziz, and many more. Entry free with the purchase of the original album. Children under 10 free.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook, Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
Seems like people will try just about anything to lose weight these days. But nothing works better than proper dieting and exercise. So if you're guilty of eating the wrong foods, not finding time to exercise, or can't afford a gym, join Safe TV Channel 2 for Body and Spirit. Aerobics workout with Dick Nunez.
Hello, I'm Dick Nunez. Welcome to Body and Spirit Aerobics.
Weekday mornings from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Don't hesitate. Act now, because your greatest wealth is your health.
One local family continues their plea for the public's assistance in finding their son. Guest reporter Anicia Joseph has more.
19-year-old Jude Eversley has been missing since he stormed out of his family's Sussex Street home at around 1 a.m. last Saturday. He was last seen wearing a red backpack, a pair of green skinny jeans, and a green sweatshirt with a sleeve missing. Now Neil Eversley is asking for the public's help in finding his son Jude Eversley. He is concerned for his son's safety as his son is not mentally well and is not used to being on the road.
He was diagnosed bipolar or schizophrenia. The doctors hasn't totally decided which one it is as yet. If he is schizophrenic, he would be extremely paranoid and maybe thinking the world wants to hunt him down or something like that. That is on one hand. On the other hand, when he has his bipolar episodes, he become disconnected with reality and he can lose contact with what really is. Maybe he can be just aimlessly walking all the way to Barbies or some fixation he may have. You know, he might decide, you know, I want to go Barbies, I've never been there or something like that, and just keep heading there and stuff like that. So it's important that the people know he is not well, and also he's not a road kind of a person. He's not accustomed to being without food, for instance, for a week. Right? He may attempt to pick up a fruit, for instance, from a stall. I'm afraid that he might be harmed that way because he's not like a vagrant.
Because his son is in a scary and unusual situation, Eversley is troubled by what possible state of mind Jude is currently experiencing. Because of Jude's condition, he's scared that someone may harm him, perceiving him to be a threat.
I would like the public to know that if they encounter such a person and his reaction seems, like in any way threatening or anything like that, it's not him, it's rather that just call someone and leave him be.
Nevertheless, Jude is not a danger to others, as Eversley described his son as friendly, intelligent, and popular, making many friends in school.
He went to the Queen's College School, and he's very bright that way, and he had a lot of friends because he likes to talk. He talks with crowds. He likes to imagine he's a rapper. He would just stop random people and make friends on the streets when he's well, even when and go rapping and stuff like that. So he is friendly.
Jude Eversley was reported as missing to police. As such, anyone who finds Jude Eversley is asked to call his father, Neil, at 667-5145, his mother at 661-9080, or the nearest police station.
Thanks, Anicia. Fast action by the Guyana police force thwarts 3 would-be robbers. Shortly after lunchtime on Friday afternoon, police apprehended the unidentified suspects in Campbellville at the intersection of Sheriff and Duncan Streets. Reports indicate that the trio were planning to commit a robbery. During the arrest, a possibly unlicensed gun was found in one of the suspects' possession. The name of the anticipated target was not released. Nonetheless, the men were captured based on intelligence received from police surveillance. Before the men could carry out the intended attack, they were tailed and quickly captured by ranks of the Guyana police force. The men are currently cooperating with the investigation. Recently, Minister of Communities Ronald Bulkin visited Madia and pleaded with residents who have properties hindering road developments to clear the area. Andrew Weeks reports.
Madia in Pataro Superuni Region 8 is a town in Guyana, about 202 kilometers southwest of Georgetown. But the roads are so bad it hinders commerce in the area. Minister of Communities, who visited there recently with a team of officers within his ministry, told residents that road development works are for their benefit, and it is government who is keeping its promises to bridge the interland and the coastland.
We're now approaching the midpoint of 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, as a result of the actions of several persons who have erections and encumbrances in the alignment of this roadway, this project, this initiative has now been compromised and it is in danger of being jeopardized.
Since 2015, government could not carry out road works because residents' properties are blocking progress.
Every contractor basically got 1 year, right from the date of commencement. So both Technican and JER should have been finished by now, right? But still, their finish date is for August, right? But irrespective of that, right, they could have been finished. But it's because of these encumbrances that still have not been solved, right? They are still being held up, especially for JR Ranch.
$800+ million Ghana dollars has been budgeted to upgrade the Madia roads. The region's engineer, Wendell Pierre, said the works should have been completed a year ago, but the encumbrances is beyond his control. The project is divided into 3 lots.
Recent issues was with PNJ, right? There were some tolls directly within this alignment, right? But I personally took it one on, went to the residents with a representative from the chairman's office, with approval, along with Mr. Andy, the electrical man, right, for MPL. And we got approval for people to move out their fences and for the poles to be moved. So that process right now is currently ongoing, right? I have seen the poles move, but the wires are still to be transferred to the poles to be moved.
The 2 lots are almost completed. Lot 1 is about 50% completed, and Lot 2 is 15. Lot 3 has a difficulty with lamp poles, etc., said the engineer. But there are some misunderstandings among residents. A few of them said they were not fully aware of the roadworks commencement. One of the residents, who has a gas station in the area where woodworks are to be done, share his views.
Citizens are sitting right along here. We are not properly informed. All what we know, fence breaking, road going, who know what to do, they say who don't say, they stay.
A committee is to be set up that will address the issue so that residents could cooperate with the road project. Andrew Weeks, Channel 2, Headline News.
Thanks, Andrew. Don't go away. Still ahead, we have our regional and international news.
Sometimes there's just too much information to keep up with when you're pregnant. What you should and should not eat, what kind of exercise is right for you, how to handle mood changes, even how to determine when it's time for delivery.
Don't let your pregnancy be a burden. Watch The Baby Story on Safe TV Channel 2 every weekday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Now you can know all you need to know from conception to delivery when you watch The Baby Story on Safe TV Channel 2.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
Guyana! Guyana!
The Central Housing and Planning Authority, under the patronage of the Government of Guyana, brings to you Housing Solutions 2017 and Beyond Expo, a model village of modern, stylish, and affordable housing designs. Prospective homeowners, here is your opportunity to engage with the banking and other financial institutions as well as insurance companies to discuss available financing options. The public will experience and enjoy wholesome entertainment for the entire family and savor the flavor of local and foreign cuisine as well as beverages at the food court. So tell a family, tell a friend, and come visit Model Village. Housing Solutions 2017 and Beyond opens on Friday, May 26 at 15 hours and runs from May 27 to 29. Time 11 to 22 hours each day at the Perseverance Housing Development Site on the east bank of Demerara. Not too sure where that is? Just follow the Massey and Princess Hotel Road. This event is sponsored by Geico Construction, Guyana Bank for Trade and Industry, Republic Bank, Turganol, New Building Society, and Courts.
Expo, be there.
Seems like people will try just about anything to lose weight these days. But nothing works better than proper dieting and exercise. So if you're guilty of eating the wrong foods, not finding time to exercise, or can't afford a gym, join Safe TV Channel 2 for Body and Spirit. Aerobics workout with Dick Nunez.
Hello, I'm Dick Nunez. Welcome to Body and Spirit Aerobics.
Weekday mornings from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Don't hesitate. Act now, because your greatest wealth is your health.
Now opened, the new thriving Chinese restaurant Providence location. Perfect for large events, exquisite menus featuring traditional Korean, Chinese and Western cuisine, elegant grand dining room and seats for over 500 persons. Also additional seating on the upper flat, luxurious VIP rooms and an elevator for your comfort. The new thriving Chinese restaurant second location above Massey Supermarket, Amazonian Mall, Providence. For reservation call 623-4097 or 657-9067.
In news from the region now, in Brazil, President Michel Temer, who is accused of bribery, refuses to resign. CNN's Shasta Darlington reports.
The President of Brazil is vowing he will not resign as the Supreme Court opens an investigation into bribery allegations. Michel Temer denies paying a former Senate colleague hush money. Shasta Darlington joins us now from Rio with the latest. Hi, Shasta. The President not backing down, saying he won't stand up.
That's right, Robin. At least so far, he is resisting all of these calls for his resignation, despite accusations that he condoned or even encouraged the payment of bribes to this jailed legislator. He went on TV last night with a brief but emotional appeal.
No renunciaré.
I won't resign. I repeat, I won't resign. I know what I did, and I know my actions were right. I demand a full and quick investigation to clear up the situation for the Brazilian people.
Nonetheless, the Supreme Court has opened an investigation, putting Brazil in the unbelievable situation it was in about a year ago, wondering who's going to be president even a month from now. At the same time, Brazilians have started taking to the street in protests. They're demanding Michel Temer step down. They want direct elections now. This all exploded earlier this week when the website of the Globo newspaper reported that there was this recording that showed Temer discussing bribes with the head of a meatpacking company. Now, last night, Temer said, "I have not tried to buy anybody's silence." He admitted that he did meet with the head of the meatpacking company, but he says the businessman was talking about supporting the legislator's family. It's hard to say whether or not he's going to really survive this, though, Robin. As I said, people are out on the street. He's losing the support he had in Congress. Michel Temer was never a popular leader. He replaced the former president after an impeachment. His approval levels were always low. If he loses this support, you have to wonder how much longer he can last, Robin.
And internationally, on Thursday, Andre Rojas told police he smoked what was later identified as PCP before plowing his car into a crowd of people in Times Square, thus killing an 18-year-old tourist and injuring 22 others. Andrea Grimes reports.
Maurice, police brought the Navy veteran Richard Rojas here to the 7th Precinct for drug and alcohol testing. Sources say he did pass the breathalyzer test, but they're still working on the drug test. Sources say he told police that he smoked something before getting behind the wheel. Amid the devastation in Times Square, police quickly tackled suspect Richard Rojas and hustled him away from the bloody scene. The big question, why would he allegedly drive into a crowd of people in Times Square? As police transferred him from the Midtown South Precinct to the 7th Precinct, other officers surrounded his Bronx apartment building on Walton Avenue. Harrison Ramos says he's been friends with Rojas since childhood.
I asked him to get help, but I guess he didn't. Like, he wasn't a bad person.
Just last Thursday, Rojas was arrested for menacing, accused of pulling a kitchen knife on a visitor to his Bronx home. In April 2015, he was arrested for DWI and later pleaded guilty to operating a motor vehicle while impaired by alcohol. In August 2008, he was also arrested for DWI in Queens. Family friends say Rojas had been living here with his mom after serving in the armed forces. We're told investigators took her away for questioning. Jose Medrano is a neighbor. He is a family man, he says, a hard worker, a true friend. This hurts. This makes me feel bad, this news. The childhood friend we spoke with say Rojas was never the same after coming home from the Navy. The mayor says he is a U.S. citizen, and sources describe him as emotionally disturbed, making rambling statements after he was arrested. Tonight, charges against him are pending. Reporting live on the Lower East Side, Andrea Grimes, CBS 2 News.
And that's Channel 2 Headline News for this Friday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook, YouTube, and SafeTVGuyana.com. You can also tune in Sunday morning at 6:30 for a rebroadcast, and Monday evening at 7 o'clock for more news. For now, I'm George Gonzalez, signing out from this newscast, saying thank you for welcoming us into your homes, and do have a blessed evening.